on camera, in hand, in the boxes, having Felix Day, going out around the globe, and welcome, namaste everybody. We are on day 2 of working into the 4 paths of yoga. What do I mean by that? What's the point? What's the point of doing all this stuff on the mat? The idea is we do this so when we die, our souls are released from the karmic cycle and we go to moksha or heaven. We have liberation. It's a big one, all right? So let's just start with basics. There are 4 paths that take you to these places. The one we do is known as Raja Yoga, the royal yoga. That is doing yoga on the mat to the asanas, connecting mind and body through breath. That is known as the royal yoga. Jnana yoga is the yoga of knowledge. That's probably the toughest part. You've got to intellectualize yourself into liberation. You'll probably go mental first. Okay? Just a warning there, unless you go live as a guru in a cave, facing a wall, eating ferret droppings to stay alive. I don't know. So there's that one to do. And then you've got Bhakti yoga, which is the yoga of love. And then we've got Karma yoga, which is what we're experimenting with this week. Karma yoga is the yoga of action. Yeah? Karma is the doing. Not in the term that we think, oh, they'll get their karma. Basically means action. They'll get theirs. But when we're dealing with Karma yoga this week, as we investigate this pathway of the yoga synthesis, is we started off the previous class with surrender. Why? So until we surrender your ego, your wants, your desires, because they're all subconscious programs, right? So until we surrender them, just there was our surrender, we can't allow ourselves to awaken to what really gives us joy. So today's class is about awakening. So the way we do that in our yoga practice is to awaken the spine. And that is the main one for today, is to awaken the spine. Soph's in the house. Big love going out. Soph, you're in the house. Don't wave. She's coming in. Audio's coming in. Morning, Soph. I shout you out at the end.
Bloody hell, it worked.
Bloody hell, it worked. Darling, I'm going to mute you because you can be on everybody else's camera. Give a wave before you do and hello to everyone. Yay! Was Little Frog Yoga now the beautifully wonderful Rest Yoga Girl is in the house? Boom! We got her in it. The Rest Girl. Must try it. Yoga Nidri. It's a revelation. If you haven't done it, that's where you got to go. I'll send you the details, everybody. So, where were we? We are going to awaken the spine. We are dealing with Karma yoga. We're awakening so we can invite in what our karmic practice, what will give us joy, what will give us happiness, our action yoga. But it's got to start inside. So yesterday we surrendered. We let it all go. Today we're just going to awaken up the spine. So to begin, remember we did the posture at the end that created all that heat. We're giving it a bit more of that as well. So just check in with the neck, okay, before we get to the end of that. So for the beginning, I'd like to just lay down on the mat. We'll settle in with a little bit of breath. Down we go. Hopefully you've got a blanket next to you for our ending posture for underneath the knees. So slouch yourself down, rest on up, knees bent, soles of the feet on the earth, and just let your spine take its natural curvature. Fingertips to rest on the hips. Just squish in to your delightful, gorgeous flesh and find your hip bones. Let the fingertips just press into the hip bones and let the shoulders soften. Your elbows are going to be out like nice little wings. Close your eyes. You don't need to see what's going on. And then take note. What we're taking note of, the breath. If your breath had a colour to it today, what would it be? Don't think, just let it happen. What colour? I've gone peach. Don't know why. If the feeling of your breath was a shape, what shape could it be? Don't think, let it be. I'm going waves. If there was a texture to your breath today, what would it be? And in this simple way, we are in contact with our breath now. We've popped a few labels on it. Take the hands down to just grab the edges of the yoga mat. This will draw the shoulder blades naturally together. Shimmy the heels in towards the buttocks. So we're just going to take some pelvic tilts over to you. So we can squeeze in, navel towards the spine and arching of the lower. And as we inhale, we'll fill the belly and lift the lumbar off the mat. The hands gripping at the edge of the mat are just to give you a bit of foundation to this rolling of the spine. Now over we go to you. And as a beautiful way that only Carrie would do, I'd like you to start smudging the hips or just easing around. Circle the hips. You're in the privacy of your own home. You can feel erotic if you like. I like a bit of eroticism. Sensuality. All jokes aside, start moving those hips. Now, if you don't like snakes, please use the thought of another creature. But for me, I like to feel as if I'm a snake just starting to move in the morning sun. The snakes aren't anything. Maybe think of a dragon out of Harry Potter. That's nice. They all seem to be quite nice. A nice little baby dragon. But start to move your hips, dip them, twist and wiggle. Take the whole of the spine and just start to rub it along the mat. Maybe think of Baloo the bear off Jungle Book. I like to rub along the mat. Yeah, as if you're trying to itch all the contact points on your mat and squeeze and wiggle. Good. And then just come to a stillness and place the hands back on the belly and close the eyes. Now we've had a little wiggle on the mat, a full fidget. I want you to feel the breath underneath the hands. As you do, the mind will start to jump into action. So give it a thought. Give it a thought to deal with. Say, hey brain, thanks for being there. Thanks for thoughts. And so I just want you to concentrate on breathing my peachy breath today. My velvet peach breath. And I'd like to state we have now arrived. Welcome. Welcome onto the four corners of all possibilities. Draw the knees in towards the chest in the laziest manner you can. Fingertips on the shin bones and just raise the coccyx and the base of the spine off the mat. Now make you squeeze a bit. Lovely. And then in the sweetest way possible, I'll meet you up at a seated pose of your choice. Find your way up. Please don't disturb the snow in your snow dome as you come up. Sit with an easy cross-legged, preferably a little bit of something underneath the tushy, just so you can reverberate up the spine. So we're going to go into spinal way and we do some very simple Kundalini. Kundalini, if done right, will not make you shoot energy out your head, because that's what happens if it's not done in a nice way. So take the hands onto the knees, press the heels of the hands in and start to sit tall. Remember, we root below the heart and we lengthen up into the crown, and the good old bridge of the heart connects us all together. So just a gentle lift of the sternum. Good. Take the hands now and just take hold of your ankles or first foot. Sit nice and tall, as we like to say. It's a moment of tits, teeth and tan. Thank you to Lula Pert Tits doing yoga for you on Zoom. Grabbing hold of the ankle, we're going to inhale, reach forward, open throat, open chest. Exhale, curl back. Breathing only through the nose, if you please. Inhale. Suck it in. Exhale. Squeeze it out. Inhale. Exhale. So while doing this, you can imbue that feeling of maybe, depends on your age group, inhale. It could be Pam's people. Yeah, that kind of squeezing back, all squeezing into the cell. Inhale, rippling spines open. Or, I don't know what it's called on top of the pops. We have Pam's people, and then we had hot something or other. You could think pole dancer, lap dancer, I don't know, whatever it is. I think Pam's people is a bit sweeter. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, squeeze on back. Please make sure your chin comes in towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to warm it up a little bit. Inhale. A bit like the train leaving the station, that steam train, that eyeball the engine. Start to move up the gears. Now I'd like to think of steam train, not the Intercity or the TVR. Steam train. Three more. Power. Awaken. Now come to a seated position. Turn the palms up. Close your eyes. Allow a bit of surprise to happen in the face because you should be feeling a general awakening happening somewhere around you. Take the hands to prayer in front of the chest so I get to give you the good old namaste. Hands to prayer. I'd like to firm them today. I'd like you to press in, press the sternum forward, Anjula Mudra, nice and strong feeling. Good. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Little precursor. I'm doing this for myself, really. I feel a bit of a stiff neck this morning. Inhale. And exhale. FYI, 2 days left of detox. Inhale to centre. Good. Okay. Release your legs. Give them a wiggle, waggle, jingle, jaggle. Cross them back over the direction. Ready and go. Give them a little jiggle, jaggle. Get some blood flow back in. Hello knees, hello thighs, hello lower parts of me. Rub what you need to rub. Get it in and then cross legs over in the other direction. That feels good. Okay, over to our hand mudra of the day. Remember we did the hand mudra of surrender, so we're going to reintroduce that again. So it's our two Anubis dogs. We want the middle finger and the ring finger connecting to the thumb and the other two fingers extended. Okay, so we've got two dogs. Woof, 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 woof. Or kissing dogs. I could get lost in that for a while. I'm in a room on my own doing this. I spend a lot of time in here on my own. I have to now talk to my hands. You're so beautiful today. Are you awakened? Yes. So it's helping. The fingers are going to connect and they're going to point on down. And we surrender into the rooting of ourselves. The elbows will sit wide, close the eyes. I'll edit out me talking to my hands. That's just from those moments I regret. You didn't notice it, so it's all right. Sit nice and tall. And what can you surrender into today? How about this? How about you surrender just into each moment as it comes along on the mat today? No judgment, just a sweet surrender into awakening of the spine. Release the hands, inhale, take them up to the sky and let us start awakening that spine. Exhale, right hand down. Root it on down and I would like you to swing the arm around 3 times. You've done this in class with me, but I'd like a swimming motion. We did it yesterday or on the last class number 1 of this box set. Just swim it on around. Good. Inhale the arm up, reach high. Pop the arm over the knee. knee. So we've got left arm over right knee. And then we'll take the right arm up to the sky. We've done this plenty. I want you to do it with that awakening in the spine thing. So you'll get somewhere and you might think, don't like the arm up. Place it on the root of your spine, your iliosacral joints. So that's your middle finger down the cleft of your buttocks. Easier, isn't it? And just ease in. Have an investigation. I don't know what your spine's been up to. Could be gardening. Could be box setting of Netflix. No judgment. Just know, where can you feel it? I'd like you to find a bit of nerve and go, oh, or a bit of muscle. And say, hey, I hear you. I'm awakening you. Maybe find a twist, maybe a bit of a squeeze. Good. Inhale, release both arms up to the sky. Reach high to the martini glass of receiving. It would be rude not to. Debs, always for you, that martini glass. And then taking the left hand down. Start swimming the right arm. Your breath will do this naturally, yeah? It's obviously the inhale is up, the exhale is low, but swim the arm. And swim. The last one. Wrap it over the top of the knee. You've got a nice curved in position to begin with. This is soft. Then raise the hand up. And then I get to say those beautiful words. Oscillate and undulate your spine. Take a moment to think about all of those ligaments, fine muscles, all holding those little Jenga blocks stacked together. Be daring, investigate. Often, I can see you investigating. I like your investigations, people. They are nice investigations. They are rightful and just. I had a very good night's sleep. The yoga Tourette's will be powerful today. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Take in the big martini glass. Receiving mode. Perfect. Exhale, hands back to prayer. We're going to go into a simple and sweet spinal vinyasa awakening. So over onto all fours. You know it's got to happen. It's cat and cow time. But we're going to do it with the awakening of the spine. We've done this in class for some of you. If you've not been to one of the classes, you found me by an alternative route. You've got to let the ambitions out on this one, okay? We have our friend Carrie here. She normally demonstrates this for me. Carrie has reduced her ego through many layers, so she loves this one. So grip the fingers into the mat. Start to maneuver yourself around north-south, east-west, whichever feels best for the body. Now, as you do this, knowing that the spine connects all the nerves to the body from crown of head, fingertips, toes, by moving our spine in a randomised, wiggly, perverse pleasure. Let's be honest, if you've got an interloper today, they've cracked onto the right class. Finding as much awakening of that spine. Why do we bother to awaken after surrender? It's quite obvious. When we surrender, we let go of what we don't need. When we awaken, we invite in what we do desire. So, I want you to get a little bit more gregarious with this. Slide the hands forward. I do like to think of this as making love to my yoga mat, this one. Lonely times in a room, lonely times in my own yoga room. So get it down, and I'd like you to bump and grind your yoga mat, okay? I do this with joke and hilarity, but hey, it's got to be good to be waking up these areas, yeah? A little risk and a little roll. Ease it on back. Drag toe tucked under. And I'd like you to maneuver yourself around the mat. I want you to show this yoga mat that you love it. I do love my yoga mat. You know that. I love it. Mwah. And it's your own yoga mat, so you can give it a kiss today. What do you need to awaken? And then when you're ready, it's got to be time. Child's pose. Ease back on in. Settle in. Forehead, third eye, rest onto the mat. Let it go in. We're only at the second class of the box set. We ain't rushing this. Take enough time. Is it possible to have a different attitude in which a new intelligence, not imposed by authority, but born of interest, attention, and sensitivity? Could we do that? Could we have a different attitude if we just followed what we really wanted? If we awakened ourselves up to our desires? Nice thought. Keep it with you. Inhale into all fours. Transitional downward dog. Bottoms on high. Ardha Matsyenasana. Steady in there and tippy toe towards the front of the mat. Just pad your way there like a panther. Ease the feet onto the mat. Feet to hip distance apart and hang out over the hips. Is your wetsuit hanging out to dry after your surf? Bend the knees as much as feels comfortable. And then before we go anywhere else, take the hands to the back of the neck and just warm up the base of your crown, so the base of your skull, to where it attaches to your neck while we're hung and we're working with gravity. So gravity will do the work to open out the neck, not an opposing muscle. This is a bonus. Give it a squish and squeeze around there. This gives us that lymphatic drainage. And then release the arms. A deeper bend of the knees. Tuck the tailbone under. Arms stay heavy. Press into all parts of the feet. Take more time than that. Go slower than that. Slower than that. Slower, 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 slower. Till you're almost at standing. Ease the shoulders up like some Bet Lynch earrings. And then slide back down, soften the knees. Good. Let the gaze be soft. Take the hands onto the hips, and we're going to cat-cow the spine in the standing pose. Okay? So, inhale, round the belly, draw the shoulders back, spinal mobility. Exhale, gaze to the knees, curl in. Inhale, round the belly, draw the elbows back, open the front line of the body. Exhale. Curl in, scoop the body. Over to you. Inhale. So, while we do this, I want you to find a rhythm in your breath doing this. Remember, we're awakening. We're not shocking. We're not pumping, we're awakening. So we're starting from asleep and coming to life. And then, this is why I mentioned Pam's people earlier, start giving me some, what's that thing they do, Zumba? Zumba Bumba stuff? Start giving me some circles, but I don't want it to be like a dance routine. I want it to be internal, so close the eyes and ripple. If you'd like a metaphor for this, I like to think as if I'm in an old skin and I kind of want to get out of it. I don't want that old skin. I'm ready for a fresh new variation of myself, a new flavour. From the base of your tailbone, your coccyx, to the very crown of your head, see how many directions you can get the spine to go in while standing. Very nice. The hands can be there, the hands can move away. This is over to you in this spinal undulation. And then come to stand tall. Take the palms forward, bit of receiving moment. Draw the shoulders back, let the sternum go high. We're going to begin with a standing motion, a standing vinyasa today. Taking the hands to prayer in front of the chest. Samastitahi. Inhale, reach those fingertips up to the skies, reach for the star. Catch the golden thread of knowledge and draw it down past your head, your lips, your heart. Touch it to the earth, swing the arms by the feet. Inhale, Bring your arms all the way in front of you. Get that big swimming backstroke motion. Reach them up above. Open the arms out. And then bring the hands back to prayer and stand tall. Good. Swing the arms up to the sky. Fingertips touch the clouds. Grab your golden thread. Exhale. Follow it down. I want you to swing by the feet. So we're kind of going through a chair pose. However, as we come up, the tailbone starts us off. We open the spine. The arms, and we're doing that old school backstroke. Open the arms out. And then as we gather back to the heart, we stand tall and firm. And another, always in threes. Inhale. Some of you may want to add in a baby back bend here, as long as it's towards the top of the spine. Exhale. Dive down, dive in, dive deep. Swing by the feet. Swingers, swing on back. And ripple up. Arch the spine. It's like a reverse wave coming all the way up. And as you open the shoulders out, take them back to prayer. Good. We're going to add a little bit onto this. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Baby arch of the spine. Gather in, draw it down, past the crown, through the Sushumna. Swing by the feet. This time we're into chair pose. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under and then ripple through the spine till you find yourself looking between the hands. Good. Exhale, forward fold, release. Swing by the feet. Inhale, back into chair pose. Tuck the tailbone under, ripple through spine. Gaze goes up, crown of head. Arms up to the sky. It's not about sitting down low, it's about feeling that spine. And cascade ourselves down. Swing by the feet. Third one is the one where we center into the breath. So we've got a bit of a 3-breath situation here. Once you get there, I would like you to feel this throughout the body. Not just in the thighs or the back or the neck or the feet. Even out the workload from your fingertips to your fingernails, to the arches of your feet, and finally into your diaphragm, into your breathing gear, the breathing apparatus. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arch the arms back and hands back to prayer to Samastita here. Let's move that through the body now. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold again. Gather your golden thread. Take it down to the mat. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Remember holding our mangoes and avocados, whichever's most expensive at the moment, on the arch of our spine. Exhale, fully folding. I'd like your hands to come down onto the mat, into plank pose, Kumbhakasana. Exhale, glide it on down to the mat. Easy down onto the spine. Chin towards chest, forehead to mat. Inhale into all fours. Exhale, child's pose, knees wide. Rest on in. While you're there, I'll pose this awakening idea into your head a little bit more. We're often told or programmed what we should do to achieve in life, to be successful, to be a great mother, daughter, sister, brother, worker, owner. There's all these. Take all that away just for a moment as you lay there. What would you do? What would you maybe like to wake to? What would you do if you were guaranteed to be 100% successful and you were guaranteed that you'd never have to worry about money again? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Unless you ask the questions, you don't get the answers. Don't expect the answer right now. It doesn't have to be. But start off with the question, because it's not about the answers. It's about asking the right questions. So adding that question in your action yoga, the bigger actions on the inside, just planting them seeds. Inhale into all fours. We're off into our down dog again. Exhale, down dog. This time, stay there for a moment. Checking in Root the fingers, relax the back of the neck, tailbone high, soft on the knees. By the time you've done that, it's ready to take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, step toward the front of the mat, no judgment there, thank you. Rolling up through the spine again. Chin towards chest. Building block by block, moment by moment, till we come back to a fully standing, like the dawn of a woman. Draw the shoulders up to the ears and soften them back down. We're going to take our swimming action the opposite direction now. So hands to prayer. Take a full inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down towards the feet while standing. Inhale, like doing a great big butterfly stroke. Inhale, arms come up above. Exhale, dive down. Literally dive over the crest of the wave. Swing the arms by the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the arms all the way back, backstroke. Inhale and exhale, hands to prayer. Okay, that's our motion. Inhale fully. Press the hands together. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale, big butterfly stroke. Both arms inhale above. Exhale, dive in. I like the feeling of that. Swing the arms by. Inhale, and we come out of the water. I'm liking this analogy. Popping out, we're surfacing, opening back, and exhale, hands to prayer. That's not going to wake up your spine. I don't know what will. Inhale again. Exhale, drop the arms. Inhale, take the big dive. Inhale. Exhale, dive into the blue lagoon. Inhale, rise up, break through the surface of the water. Maybe your consciousness, I don't know. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands back to prayer. Oh, I like that. I'm keeping that. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms, repeat. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. We'll dive down. Take the dive all the way. Swing by the feet. Inhale into chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Exhale, settle, slight tucking of the tailbone under. We're going to raise onto the balls of the feet, a bit of a balance change. Inhale, raise onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, feel them root back down again. Take the weight into the hips. Inhale, splay the fingers in response. Exhale, heels go back down. Last one. Inhale, balls of the feet, be daring. Exhale, heels back down, we go down, head goes down, crown goes down. Feels nice. Okay, we're going to work into the side of the spine. This will be nice as well, I promise. Swing the arms around to the right side of the foot. Then start to draw yourself up to standing. You'll notice that your left leg has a nice, easy bend. Draw the hands up to the sky, like a laziness, opening the side of the body. Inhale, reach your hands up, look to the fingertips. And then go back where you came from. Dive down, your right side. Let the legs be as they're going to be, all the way down. Sway yourself over to the left side. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, roll on up. Did you hear that? I got a click and a pop. I win. 10 points for me. Clicks and pops are bonus manoeuvres from the body. Exhale. Genuinely, when you get these clicks or pops, see that as absolute blessing, because there's some piece of stagnation that has just released itself. Surely. One of the great reasons for being here. Hands come down onto the mat, inhale into plank. Thank you. Now, knees are going to come down. We've got a half plank situation. We're going to take the right hand to the centre underneath the heart. Building on yesterday. Inhale, taking left hand up to the sky. We're just raising it up, an easy twist in the spine. It's kind of nuts. Tickle the sky. Exhale, either hand comes back down to the mat or you wrap around the rib cage and look to the top of the mat. Inhale, we're going to do the front crawl. Inhale, sweep the arm all the way up. Take it all the way over and plant it down. Gather over to the other side. Feel free to release the knees. Thank you. Inhaling, right hand goes up to the sky. Give it a tickle, give it a tease. And bind the arm underneath. Square the shoulders, a light look forward. Inhale, and we just swim that right arm, big forward crawl stroke. Tip the fingers into the water, hands go down onto the legs. Good. Rock back, simple child pose. Inhale, we'll come back to all fours. Give the wrist a little shake off. Thank you. Castanet the hands. Downward dog, if you please. Ease on in. Press the heels back a little bit this time. And from here, I'd like you to concentrate, focus on the very crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. And can you send those two further away from each other? I'm not going to tell you how, but if you think it, there's a good chance it would be so. Make it so, said Captain Luke Picard. Inhale, come onto the balls of the feet, look forward. As you exhale, we'll step our way through, plenty on the time. Root the feet into the air, bend the knees, drop the head and roll up. Please take time till you get to the crown of the head, shoulders up, slink them off. Ready for our roving through the spine once more. Hands to prayer. As you exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, big butterfly stroke all the way over the top of the Ferris wheel, very American. Dive down into the blue lagoon. Imagine that beautiful, deep, cool pool. Swing the arms by. We go into chair pose. We raise up onto the toes. We take that moment of balance. Exhale, heels down. We fold down. We let that spine go. Swing by the feet. Swing by sweet chariot. Inhale, reverse your wave up to the sky. Arch all the way through. Go by looking to the pubic bone, the navel, arms come up, and we open on out. And the hands come back to prayer. Close your eyes for a moment and assess how that feels. We're taking a full movement through the spine. Check your neck. Check up from the neck up. Just pause to bring the breath back to be the focus. So, to awaken our spine through the snakes of the Kundalini, Ida Pingala, Upya Shushumna, for those who want to know those bits. We need the breath to make the movement happen now. Okay, that was all about the movement. So now I'm going to ask you for the breath to lead the way. Let's see how that goes. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Let the exhale begin before you release the hands. Inhale begins. That sweeps it up. Exhale starts at the top. Diving in. Swing by. Inhale onto the balls of the feet. Chair pose. Exhale. Swing back down. Inhale starts it, roll back up, big backstroke, and exhale, hands to prayer. Now I can't talk and do my breathing, that's not going to work. So over to you. Are we ready? I'll give physical, you do the breath. Between us will be wonderful. Inhale, stand tall, Samasthita. Exhale, release. Swing the arms back, ready for the big dive in, reach on up. Dive down, dive, deep, 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 deep to awaken. Swing by the feet into chair pose, Utkatasana. Raise onto the toes, bit of a Tadasana in that feeling. Release back down, let the crown come easy towards the earth. Swing by all the way up to standing, ripple and roll, full breath. Open out and seal the deal with the hands in front of the heart. Inhale again. Exhale, release. Inhale, prepare to dive. Like an Olympic diver. Exhale, you're going to go through that water. You're not even going to make a ripple. You're going to cut through. You're going to swim by the feet. And then naturally, you'll reawaken as you rise back up through the spine, bubbling to the surface, as if you can just shoot back out. Swing the arms back and hands back to prayer. However you did it, it was perfect. I know. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Let's move it through our body. Exhale, we'll dive down. Get lazy with the groove on this one. Inhale, halfway up, smooth vinyasa happening. Exhale, full forward fold. Maybe take that tailbone a little bit higher towards the sky, just for the hamstring. Plant hands onto the mat. Inhale, into plank. Krama A, knees down onto the mat. Steady, lovely, beautiful. Option 2, if you choose, you take the knees off the mat. But what do we do before we do that? Check the grip. Claw the mat. Press the knees, whichever way you're working. Right hand comes to the center. If you're in the full plank, make sure your feet hip distance apart. Turn both heels to the right. Inhale, left hand comes up to the sky. We take a big elevation, raise your hips. Exhale, rock round, torso parallel to the mat. Strong on the feet in here. Inhale, raise the arm up to the sky. We're going to swim the arm over the top. Take the hips on up, nice and high. Hand plants back down, look to earth. Swap the hands over, roll through the toes, pass the baton, and right hand raises up to the sky. Optional, ripple and move round. Square off. You can decide on the power level here. Inhale, arm back up to the sky. Swim it on over. Both hands down to the mat, and we lay it down to the mat. And we're down. Forehead to mat. Slide the arms forward so your fingertips reach the top corners of your mat. Bit of a seal pose, yin yoga style. Let the heart shine forth. Let the heart shine forth. What have I done? Swallow some Shakespeare. Shine forth. Let the chest open. And then we're going to loosen through the neck. Now, that part of the spine, that takes a battering. So just let the head dangle down. Dingle your dangle. When it gets to the bottom, swim the head about. This will take some bravery, yeah? So as I go ahead doing this, I hold a lot of my fear goes to my neck from old injuries in there. And I find there's a real fine balance between a part of your body that holds memory, injury, discomfort. Because we avoid using it because we're afraid of the pain it may bring up. But if we don't, it stiffens up and stagnates. It's a fine line. And the neck is one of those that you have to really take your time with. Good. In other words, we need to look after this part. All I ask is you don't do full walloping circles. Because there's a high probability if you do full walloping circles in this posture, something may get caught, nicked, twinged or twanged. To release the neck in the sweetest way with gravity, we're going to turn the head, the right cheek onto the mat, and slide the arms down by the side of the body and drop your shoulders in. And we take on a moment of surrender here.
Let the fingers curl. Tune into the heartbeat on the mat. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. I nearly went then. That was a nice feeling. Press the hands underneath the shoulders. Let the head be last. Peel the heart off the mat. Chin towards chest. Give me a point of the toes. A little lightening of the buttocks. Into cobra. Heart forward. And then put your nose forward. Then someone's just popped on you one of those Cleopatra wigs. And you just want it to get fringe nice and neat kind of feel. Good. We're going to lay back down. Turn the other cheek, as the great man said. Once that left cheek connects with the mat, release the arms and drop on in. Awakenings often have to come in a series. They can't all drop in at once because that's how we fire the bombs. But as in with this idea of surrendering to allow an awakening to come into us, maybe take this moment to think how you can serve the moments on your mat a little bit better. How can you serve yourself on the mat as we continue now? Take the hands underneath the shoulders, press the palms in, peel away. Leave the chin towards the chest, pointy toes, root down hands. Pop on your theatrical Cleopatra wig. Hold steady. And when we're ready, child's pose. Peel and ease on back. Take the knees a little bit wider so there's room for the chest to settle in. And with this one, take the arms by the side of you and the third head stays on, third eye, not third head. I like that. The many faces. Relax the hands, relax the body and slouch into the earth. When we're ready, we're going to inhale on up. We're going to take a transition. We're going to have a go at it. Take the arms forward. Reach nice and long. Pad the fingers forward. Come on to all fours and take the knees wide as the mat. Okay. Then draw the legs in. That's you've got like a cross-legged position happening. Press the hips back. Go steady. Any irksome in the knees, swing the legs around the edges and come to sit onto the buttocks. Good. Extend the legs out in front of you. So, the previous class we introduced this lymphatic awakening drainage business. We're going back there today. I hope you liked it because I know I did. I know Scintillator Steve did. Take the forearms down onto the mat. And your fingertips, they're just at the top of the buttocks. You'll notice you'll naturally create a bit of an arch as we lean back because the tightness through the shoulder girdle. So, from here, magnetise the elbows towards one another. Good. Hands stay flat on the earth. Extend the legs one by one long. And we focused on firming front of the thighs. Now, once you firm the front of the thighs, did you see your pelvis dip in the opposite direction? So we'll go back again. Bend the knees, and you'll notice the belly will round and soften. As we extend the legs, the lever of the hip flexors makes us tilt our pelvis. Now, flex the toes towards the sky and see the front of the thighs firm up. Then we're going to take the heart up towards the sky. Lift the heart. Open the chest, take the nose up towards the sky. Now gather yourself here, maybe you can lean the neck back carefully and I'd like you to close the teeth. Don't clamp them, close them. Lift you the heart, lift you the heart, lift you the heart. Good. Bring the chin back in towards the chest. You're going to feel a lot of neck muscles happening here. Press the hands into the earth. Inhale, sit tall. You should find as you roll onto the sitting bones, the knees will lift naturally. Roll on forward and aim to kiss your toes. So we keep the movement going over the top of the feet. A variation of Paschimottanasana, a soft, subtle version. Good. Okay, let's continue with this. Inhale, we'll come all the way up and we restack the spine. Take the hands behind us. Bend is still in the knees, forearms down to the earth. We recline back. Extend the legs one by one. Some people like to think of pressing their feet against the skirting board. You can use a skirting board to do this. Draw the elbows closer together. Lengthen the heart up towards the sky. Firm below the nether region, so you can put your Mula Bandha in there. Draw the shoulders back and let the head sit in the shoulder girdle. Why are we doing this? I'm glad you asked. We're opening the lymphatic system, the drainage from the adrenals, the boobs, tissue there, all the lymph nodes, and all the way through to the throat, pineal, hippocampus. And I'd like to feel it most at the front of the throat. Speak your truth, but with love. Draw the chin in towards the chest. This is going to be intense now. Chin in towards the chest. Press the hands in. And it's really important now that you bring the knees up and just flop forward. Let the spine register that feeling, just because there's going to be a lot going on in the neck. If you have your blanket available, I'm hoping you do, I'd like you to now pop the blanket underneath the knees. We're going to slide the feet out, separate the butt cheeks, in a polite and delightful manner, of course. And then I'd like you to fall forward. Just slide forward. If you've got a second blanket or a block, pop it in there. It could be a book. And then let the physical body reciprocate what the mind has asked it to do. Allow the gravity to do the magic. Close the eyes, please, 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 and breathe to the back of the body. We've awakened the spine. Let us surrender into it. Drink up the moment of stillness within a vinyasa flow. And I ask your body politely now just to let go a degree more. Just to exhale and let that spine, let that neck go, let that shoulder go. Roll back up through the spine, awakening again, as if that coiled snake is moving about in the Moroccan basket. Sit nice and tall. Okay, you can leave the blanket where it is. We're going into tabletop pose, but we're going to go from the forearms today. So lean the hands back. This is a strong pose. It's what I like to call the innocuous poses. You won't find them on any Instagram pictures of people doing yoga because they don't look fancy, but these are the ones that give more. Bend the knees just by the edge of your blanket. It should be about right, all being well. We're going to press the hips off the mat. Keep the chin towards the chest to begin. Lift the hips off the mat. Feel the shoulders open. Super strong pose. Root the feet down. Now, don't sling the head back here. Just take the nose towards the sky. upper body, heart opening, strength building. Lower the hips back down. Thank you very much for that. Extend the legs over your blanket. Press the arms into the mat. Roll on up. The shoulders and neck are going to feel it. Inhale, a little reach towards the sky. This is going to feel so nice on your shoulders. And then lay yourself back down. Lay it all on the yoga mat. You'll naturally breathe to the back of your body. You'll ripple and raise. And therefore, I now implore you to surrender into this one, into the fullest of your forward fold. Avoid the popping back up. Stay deep in this fold. Let it be. Because when we come out of this, we're into Shavasana. That's the end of it for today. So, oh, yes, I've just seen someone do it. And if I see someone do it, we've all got to do it. Debs, that was beautiful, mate. Okay, I like this. Deb, let's do the Debs. We'll quit the Debs dangle. Have a little sway side to side, I like. Sway it up. Oh, Debs, you sexy snake and anta. I like. Why didn't I think of that? Have a little sway up. Humbled. I like that. Oh, Debs, get in. Have a little twist. This is in tomorrow's. I'm going to call it, I don't know, I'll be on it, Debs. Have a little twist. I like it. I like that a lot, Debs. What a great way. Discovery. Thanks, Debs. Oh, so take your blanket. Snuggle in. We've got the rest girl in the house. This is her area of expertise. This is her calling, her awakening. Nice. And when we're ready, get yourself comfy. It's time to ease it on down. Oh, I love this. I love how we'll get our blankets at home. They're our own blankets, aren't they? I don't smell of somebody's dodgy laundry powders or anything like that. Settle on in. Lay it all on the earth. Close the eyes. Allow my words to be simple vibrations. They're just sound. However, I ask you to ask your body to rest and surrender. Drop inwards. Without question, drop to the back of your body. When we drop into the back of our body, we practice it in our Shavasana. We are not seeking. We are in service of the moment. When we drop to the back of ourselves, to the back of the mind, the back of the body, back onto your yoga mat. From here, we can observe the thoughts that arise and let them. Let the thoughts arise, let my voice just be a vibration as you drop deeper still. Safe to let go. Safe to just be in this moment. All is well, all is good, all is safe. Drop in, drop back. When we drop back, we allow space for things to be in front of us, just observe them, their manifestation. When we drop back from emotion, we can observe it. And within this practice now, we know that we are not of the mind, because who is observing that mind? As you observe your thoughts, that is the you. There you are, a glimpse. Dare to drop in a little deeper for the last few breaths. Without authority, without being told. What is it that brings you joy? When does time cease to exist for you? What action, what karmic action, what doing for you does time stop existing? And there lies your awakening, your calling. What comes naturally to you? What is effortless? And here is the yogic path of karma. Listen carefully to what your heart tells you. Now take your biggest inhale of all of this morning, of this day. Full inhale. You'll stretch, you'll squeeze, you'll squiffle. Move yourself on your mat. Now remember what we did at the start as we got out of the old skin. We shed it on the mat like teenage dandruff. Shed your skin. Leave that on the mat. It's all done now. And I'll meet you in a seated pose. And as you do, I have a quote for you today that I really love by Schiaparelli, great lady. So as you come back to seated, for your contemplation and cogitation is, there is no age to yoga. You can start at 70, 80, because if it's done with gravity, with breath, you will receive, and you don't go against, and you will never damage the body. The first thing is not to fight yourself. Be ready to receive energy. Energy helps, breathing helps. There is no age to oil of Ulay, to Clarins, to moisturize and all that cack. Yeah? Yoga. It's our little secret. But tell everybody. I like that. That's by Schiaparelli. I love that quote. There's someone here today who started yoga when they decided to retire. And I would say they're one of the best people I know at yoga and inspiration to me. So thanks for being here. Spread the word. You know your friends? You know the ones who go, no, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. Right? Get them started. Yeah? If I'm not the right teacher, you've got So, you've got Karen Clark, and there's a million online, but just saying, get them doing it. They'll love you for it. Till tomorrow, everybody. Have a fabulous day. I've gone a bit over time, so I was really excited. It's the end of detox, and I'm just feeling fabulous. So, have a fabulous day, all. Love you all. So, contact, darling. Contact. There's a mate doing a job tonight. I'll let you know. Carrie, Rosie. Yeah. Love you.
to have you there, Trudy. Scintillator Sue. Linda. Hearts blue. Loving you. And is Jessie already gone? Natalie, goodbye. Alex. Yoga mats, catch later. Debs. We love you, Debs. Got to think of a name for your manoeuvre, Debs. I'll come up with a name. But till tomorrow, have a great day. Be in the moment. Have best. Give yourself a moment. Lovely.